Hello everyone, and welcome back to Bahroo Plays Call of Duty Zombies. Today we're going to be looking at Origins. I've been trying to think about how exactly I want to do content for this series until we actually get to Black Ops 3, and there's a little bit of new stuff to kind of go over, because this game is, well, a bit old, but I'm not going to lie, I'm an addict. I'm an addict for the zombies, and, well, I want to share this enjoyment that I have of this game with you all. And one thing that I saw quite a bit in the feedback video was a lot of people have issues getting into deeper rounds, like getting past round 9, round 10, things like that. So I figured, why not for the first video here, take a look at how exactly I, for a lack of a better term, get set up in each of the different maps. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do for this video, and we're going to be doing Origins. If you like this idea, go ahead and leave a like on the video and leave a comment as to which map I should do next. I will be looking at custom maps and World at War maps as well, so don't worry about that. I just don't have World at War actually installed or any of its DLC right now, so that's why I'm not starting with it. So anyway, we've turned on generator 1, and we're not actually going to get a quick revive right now. What we're going to do is head outside and grab ourselves an MP40. And I also have a lot of pistol ammo, which is really nice. I like it. We did pick up a shovel, but we're not going to do any digging just yet. Let's go ahead and use as much as this pistol ammo as I can, actually, before I pick up the MP40. And we'll see if we can't get anywhere with that. Good, nothing behind us. The reason I want the MP40 rather than picking up anything from, say, a box is because I know what I can do. It's pretty much the best way to put it. I know what I can do with an MP40. So let's go ahead and unlock that. We're also going to go ahead and pick up the ice vinyl. We're going to be making Old's Arrow, which is the upgraded version of the ice staff. And we're going to be doing that as soon as we can here. Let's see, there should be a few more zombies around here. Maybe one, maybe two. Oh, there we go. Might also go for a 1-inch punch, maybe. I'll go ahead and pick up the stone tablet. I don't know if we'll actually grab it, but we'll see. And while we're over here, let's go ahead and turn on generator 2. So what we're pretty much waiting for right now is we're waiting for it to snow, so that way I can actually pick up the pieces. And we'll throw a couple pistol rounds into him. Insta-kill for the next round. Okay. Let's see if it starts snowing. It does, actually, so we are going to look for... a little bit of Mauser ammo, not bad. We are going to look for our ice staff piece over here before we move on. Hopefully we can find it without having to open up in an extra place, which we did, thankfully. See if I can't get my insta-kill in there. There we go. Got 2 kills out of the insta-kill. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head on over up here to generator 4 now to try and rack up a couple of points here. There's a couple of areas that I need to check out, and we're going to grab that zombie blood and see if we can't dig a little bit here. I'm looking for the second staff piece. I found the first one, and there's actually the second one right there. I need about 1,200 points, or 1,250 points in order to head into that section over there, which is going to have the last staff piece that I need. And let's see. No, the vinyl was not down there. So let's go ahead and head on over here. Let's group them up and try and get a couple points with our pistol. We have quite a few rounds, so a little bit of blood money. Just a little bit, though, not too much. So I should be able to empty 2 full clips into a zombie before I go in for that lunge there. Assuming I even want to do that. I don't know how many zombies I'm actually going to have on this map. Or on this round, rather. So why don't we actually try and round them up just a little bit here? Yeah, let's just go ahead and try and round them up. See if I get a kill with a pistol, that's fine. But I'd rather maximize that penetration bonus going from zombie to zombie there. Whoop. And when they're this slow, they're actually a little bit difficult to try and train around there. There we go. So we're getting about 30 points a shot here, which is actually really nice. Keep them all kind of clustered there. So I should be able to get... There we go. There's the 12. I should be able to get enough points to check all the areas. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough jug and check the area. But we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see what ends up happening here. And the reason I'm not grabbing jug right now is because I want to take advantage of the fact that it's snowing. As soon as this round ends, there is a chance that it could stop snowing. All right, let's see what we have left here. There we go. All right, we've got a couple of zombies left. A little too much there. All right, we should have enough points. We might need to kill one more zombie, but we'll see what ends up happening here. Or I may not have to kill any more. On the next round, I might be able to just acquire some points. That's only if I can dig here and find this last part piece for me. And there it is. So we got all 3 staff pieces as well. Ooh, a double points. Very nice. So I'm going to wait this out until some zombies start spawning. I was able to find all 3 of the staff pieces, thankfully, which is really nice. And let's go ahead and grab it. I guess I should just go ahead and go for headshots at this point. It's going to require a lot of shots before I can really go in for that knife. I guess 4. Maximize them. I kind of want to get off this area as quickly as I can. Yeah, let's go ahead and get off of that. Not efficient there, but at least we got a decent amount. All right, so now let's go ahead and acquire jug so that way we don't accidentally die. Probably should have waited till this round was almost over before doing this, but hey, we should be fine. We should be fine. There we go. Alright. I'm definitely not going to pick up the jug until after this. There's a few less zombies here. So I don't want to accidentally... You belong in the ground. I don't want to accidentally get myself killed here by getting trapped by that.
Zombie blood. I sense a change in our enemy's
honestly,
behavior.
there's really not much left for me to do here, so we're just going to go ahead and grab jug. And now we just honestly just need to acquire points. Need about, I would say,
can you hear me?
Somewhere around 10,000 points. So between this round and the next one, I should be able to acquire all of that. So let's hopefully get that 10,000. It'll be about 5,000 for pack-a-punching this pistol, and then another 5,000 for opening up the necessary doors in order to make Old's arrow.
It's all you possess.
And one thing I'm going, oh, took a little too much damage there. Got a little too crazy. It's actually a lot easier to run that area after they start running. In their current state, they're a little difficult to corral around because they move so slowly. Once they start moving a little bit faster, we should have a much better time with them. Let's start getting our headshots out here. Oop, don't take too much damage. Aww, and I got a kaboom, which is exactly what I didn't want to have happen. As that's gonna just waste a whole bunch of points that I could have gotten there. So that is a little unfortunate. You at least get 400 from it, but probably could have gotten maybe 400 more. Oh, there's that. I'm not actually going to make any of the other staffs, as I only really like having the
Today is my day to die.
I only like having the ice staff. That one is honestly, I feel, one of the most efficient staffs, and I'm always a fan of efficiency when it comes to doing things like this. Now, one thing I need to remember is to not actually pack-a-punch the pistol too early, because I need to make sure I have at least bullets.
Advance if you wish.
It would be nice if we could find a max ammo or double points right about now, because right now we really don't have too much. Yeah, we really don't have too much right now, which is a little unfortunate. Speaking of which, what is that? It looks like another kaboom.
I will feel no
And an
shame to die in
insta-kill.
battle.
At least I can use the insta-kill. The kaboom is a little bit too much for me, though. That's just going to waste even more. But the insta-kill, at least grab that, start knifing all these guys up. And maybe if I could have done that fast enough, maybe we could have actually picked up the kaboom. Oh well. Alright, so now we're going to be on round 7. Unfortunately, we're not in the best setup right now, because the game really hasn't been dropping us optimal power-ups, which I guess is kind of good for a guide, but we might have to take on the Panzer a little late, or we might have to take on a Panzer with our normal guns, which is not something I want to do. And the robot is coming by right now, so hopefully these guys don't get all kinds of stunned and stuff. Moving, just doing like little taps here to make sure that they don't get too out of place while staying just out of their range, just out of their melee range here.
Even in greater numbers, you will fall before me.
All right, so that should be all the zombies rounded up here. So let's go ahead and just kind of tap it here. We did get some zombie blood, which I don't need.
Your numbers only provide a greater challenge.
And that's 10,000 there, so that should be enough here. All right, well, let's go ahead and
Confusion.
see what this gives me here. A little bit of blood money. I need to find some bullets here, so I'm gonna do a little bit of digging to try and find some bullets. And hey, there we go, a little bit of Mauser ammo. Very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on the rest of the power here. Let's go ahead and do that so we can pack-a-punch our little pistol and do all of the other necessary things here. I'm actually going to head over here instead because I don't want that robot to smash my zombies. Don't want him doing that. And some more zombie blood.
Confusion.
Don't really need it, but it's useful.
Enemy.
It's at least useful. All right.
Blood money.
Keep giving me that blood money. All right, so I'll need to spend, let's see, 1,000 more to open up the other door. 2,000, so about 5,000 more points. So I need 20 points basically in order to afford everything that I'm gonna need. I need 20 more points, which, I mean, not that hard. All right, cool. So I should have exactly 0 points by the end of all of this, which will be nice. It'll pan out perfectly for me. That Mauser is definitely nice, so I didn't have to do a lot of searching. I'm sure I could have found some ammo though, somewhere, whether it be a Remington or there's a gun somewhere on the ground, I'm sure, that we could definitely find. Oop. Spawning another zombie. That's not exactly bad. Zombies do bleed out here, so if you damage them too much, whenever you leave, they will actually just straight up die rather than respawning somewhere else. So having a fresh zombie on the field is actually good to know. Definitely good to know. All right, so let's head back to the church and turn on that generator, and then we should be able to start making our little staff here. Yeah. Now before we do that, let's actually pick up the gramophone and all that stuff, because we're only going to need to place it down here one time. All right, so it's not right there, which is unfortunate. That actually is a little unfortunate, because I don't know exactly all the places that that little thing can spawn. The gramophone pretty much always spawns right there, but as far as the other piece is concerned, I'm not too entirely sure exactly where that vinyl piece could be. I may have to do a little bit of searching around here to try and pinpoint it. Yeah, I might have to do a little bit of searching, because it can be in that wheelbarrow right there. It can also be hanging out around here somewhere. Don't hit me, man. It should actually be by the excavation sign. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it should be somewhere near the excavation site, like a little arrow pointing to it. It's right here. Nope, not right there. All right, just got to do a little bit of searching here. It's usually in those two areas, and then I'm like, all right, we're good. But when it's not there, I am sometimes a little confused. There we go. Just sitting next to the sign there. All right, so let's go ahead and put the gramophone down and turn this place into Hogwarts with these revolving staircases and all that stuff. Watch this little box is just kind of flat lay. Nice. Now we'll actually be heading down there in a little bit, but right now I'm going to go ahead and take this thing back, and we're going to head over to another area. A little bit of a crazy place, it likes to be called. First, I got to wait for that zombie to get off the stairs, because I do not want to get pinned between the two. Especially when I don't have any ammo for killing anything. I got a Mauser pistol, which is not doing me any favors right now. All right, and we're actually good timing. The robot is stomping right now, so we'll be able to just pass right by him. Hey there, Iron Giant. How you doing, man? All right, cool. Now let's head up to the top and turn on that last generator and get everything going to kind of have ourselves all set up. And here we go. Right over here. Now I might make some videos going over the other staff pieces and how exactly to build them, but for right now I'm just going to focus on the ice one, as that's the only one that I'm really comfortable right now. Kind of comfortable using, because I don't know the exact steps for making and upgrading all of the other elements. All I really have right now is just ice. So we're gonna go ahead and place this gramophone back down, and we're pretty much just gonna leave it sitting right there. We don't need it anymore. If we were doing other elements, we would, but for right now, we're just gonna head into this nice little crazy place. All right, cool.
You can open the gateway to Agartha.
And there's going to be a nice little crystal waiting for me there. We'll go ahead and pick that up. And we got a nice little puzzle that we're going to have to do here in just a second. We got a nice little puzzle that we're going to do. But we need the ice staff before I can do it. All right. So now let's go ahead and head back over. Make sure that he's not stomping. He's not. Good. Head back over to that place that we unlocked first. And what we're going to be able to do is make our ice staff, and then we're going to bring it back to the crazy place, and we're going to go through all the steps to upgrade it so it becomes Old's arrow. Why it's called that, I don't know. I don't know who Old is, but he had an arrow. He loved ice. That's it. Cool. Yeah. Story mode. And we aren't going to pack-a-punch our pistol just yet, but we will be doing it. Trust me, we will be doing it, just not right now. So we're going to head all the way down to the bottom here, and we want to change all these things to blue, as that is the element that we will be doing. To purple, to blue. And we'll change that one. Purple to blue. And that one's actually already on blue, so I don't need to even touch that. Cool. And let's make ourselves an ice staff. There we go. And make sure that we're holding out our MP40 before we pick up the staff. It does count as a weapon, so if I had my mouser out before I picked that up, it would have gotten rid of my mouser. I don't want that. And this is where someone tells me it's not actually pronounced mouser, but I'm going to keep calling it a mouse. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's called mosser or something like that. I'm sure it's called something that I'm not calling it. All right. So back on over to the crazy place, and we'll upgrade this good old thing. And you'll notice we're still on round 7. I like to try and get as many things done as I can before I take any additional, like before I start powering through the rounds. Because once you get yourself set up, you can just kind of power through the rounds. Now, you know, there are times where I'll just, you know, play. It doesn't matter. I'll just run the box and see what happens. I won't go for like all the crazy stuff in Origins or all the crazy stuff in the map. We actually, so what we're going to do here is do this little puzzle here. Now, I'm just going to say straight up, I don't have these things memorized. So I have a little chart here telling me exactly which one. So 2 for 2. Actually, that's the wrong one. Whoops. That's the wrong one. My bad. All right, so we have, I looked at the wrong little tablet there. The wrong little one there. Okay, so we're going to look for that now. There we go.
We have done.
So now we've got the 2 again. There we go. And I like to pause on these. If you're in solo, you can pause on them. If you're in co-op, then have someone kiting the zombies. As doing this can be a little bit annoying. This is just something that you'll just eventually get. Should be that one. There we go. And if you do it in the wrong order, you got to do them all over again. So let's see. That one's going to be... that one's going to be this one over here.
Our labors prove fruitful.
There we go. And we've got the 2 again. That one. And it'll be the last one. There we go. All right. So that is all of those done. Now we have one more step. We need to go freeze some tombstones and then shoot them with a bullet. And this is why I haven't pack-a-punched my pistol yet. A laser does not count. It has to be a physical bullet. It's not a bullet. It won't work. It might work with an explosion. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it just has to be just a standard bullet. All right, so let's make sure he's not stomping. Cool, he's not. Gotta always be careful of that when walking out of those areas, that you might just walk into a foot landing on top of you. But hey, if we can get the golden helmet, which you just get from digging, then we wouldn't have to worry about that too much. So now we head back to that place where we swapped all of those crystals to blue and made our ice staff, and we're going to shoot a tiny little orb. And once we do that, we head on back to the crazy place, and now I can also pack-a-punch my pistol. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
What is its purpose?
I'm an idiot.
The Germans alone could not have created this.
I'm an idiot. I just said the step that I need to do after I do this current step. So, how do we get around that, Bahroo? How do we get around you basically forgetting the step that you just said that you need to do? Well, we are going to freeze the tombstones. So we have to freeze those, and then we have to hit them with a bullet. I guess now's a good time to figure out, does explosion work on this thing? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. No, I don't think it does. All right, so this is where everyone in the comment section can leave their nice little face palm. I do that so many times. You know, I say, hey, so here's what I got to do, and then the next step, and then I just do the next step. I don't even think about what I'm saying. So the next step I need to do is pack a punch my pistol. So then I pack a punch my pistol. So now I'm gonna need to find a bullet weapon, but that shouldn't be too hard. I have 700 points left over, so I can just go buy one from the starting area here. There we go. All right, so now let's go head on back to the starting area. See if we can, I guess we'll just go buy an Olympia or something. That's one of these. Oh, nope, that'll work. Not the best item, but it does what it needs to get done. And then we'll just pick up the ice staff on our way back. So all this really did is I just have to go to every area twice, so not that bad. Anyway, once we freeze the tombstones, we just kind of shoot them, and then we just go back to all the other ones and shoot them. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we have to do, and then after that, we go kill some zombies. And then we're done. Really. Like, that's it. That is everything. We are pretty much set up at this point. I mean, I would like some better weapons, like Ray Gun Mark II would be really nice, but, you know, at this point, once we get our upgraded staff, we can kind of just do whatever we want, and this is what I do to kind of set myself up for victory here. Nope. There we go.
Understand what we have done.
And get that one over there. There we go. So now we take our, now we go back, get our ice staff, shoot an orb, and then go place it back in the crazy place. Oh, hey, a mouser. Does that actually refill my ammo? I don't think it does. I don't know what would happen if I picked up a mouser with a pack-a-punch pistol. I'm not going to try it because that would ruin everything that I'm doing, but I'm kind of curious now what that would do. But anyway, let's go ahead and get out our ballista so we don't accidentally get rid of this thing. I have done that before. I just have this pistol out and then I'm walking around digging and just pick up a weapon. All right. There we go. So we hit that little orb. It's going to go back into that little device there. It's going to do all sorts of crazy stuff. Speaking of crazy stuff, let's go to the crazy place and upgrade our arrow. All right. Now, as far as perks are concerned, you can only have 4 of them. You want to have, for me, I like to have, well, actually, you might be able to get more of them. I'm not, you actually, no, you can get more of them, but it's a little bit of a pain to try and get. You have to get the golden shovel, which basically just digs a lot, and then you have to try and get the extra perk. So you can get all the perks on this map, but your first 4 that you're going to kind of want is Juggernog. Actually, nah, it doesn't matter. If I go down, it's whatever. I should be able to do this without going down. I should be able to do this without going down. Juggernog, then you're going to want, obviously, your quick revive. Then I like to have double tap and... There we go. Double tap and the other thing, which is called what? Oh yeah, speed cola. Alright, so now that we're done with all that, we pretty much just kill stuff until the little ice staff is good to go and it's all fully charged. I'm sure there's some way to tell whether or not it's fully charged and ready to go yet, but I honestly have not paid attention to knowing when it's all good. So yeah, pretty much just get kills. If you see a nuke, definitely pick it up and just kind of keep yourself alive. It's kind of hard to run trains in here, so just get kills as you can. Don't try and group them up. At least that's not what I like to do here. I just want to get my kills out of here as quickly as I can. And this round should have enough kills where we should be able to upgrade our staff. Nope, not quite done yet. Should be close though. And this is why I wanted to get everything done early, as this pistol is a one-shot kill on these guys that we need to be killing and powering up our staff. And there we go. And there we go. Now we have the ice staff. So let's go ahead and head on out of here. And we're going to find ourselves a nice little panzer. So that is pretty much everything for this map here. We're pretty much all set up. Takes about 30 minutes to get everything. Wow. Pretty much just takes about 30 minutes to get everything set up. Oh, that could have been bad. Double points. So we're gonna head back to the other station, generator 4. That's the best place that I like to train. That may not be the best spot for this map, but that's where I like to go because I don't like dealing with the mud. I just don't like dealing with the mud at all. So we're gonna head over here, and then you can just put down a nice little let's buy a random perk. Just put down a nice little thing right there, and electric cherry, I'll pass. I will pass on electric cherry. Now, one charge is enough in order to insta-kill zombies, so that's all I like to go for. Don't need any more. And there we go. That's that round done. So you can pretty much just start powering through rounds and using the money that I have to just buy whatever perk I actually want. Speed cola, definitely. I'll take that.
Different.
And those guys are going to go take out the generators, but it's actually kind of nice that I'm going to be training here because they will eventually make their way over to this generator, and will be bringing a max ammo with them. So that'll be nice. I'm not too worried about it. But I'm not entirely sure what exactly to do beyond this point. You all let me know, because this is the first video here. Should I just kind of let it run, or what have you? Because I mean, this setup can pretty much go all the way to round whatever you want to. If you want to go into like the hundreds, then you are going to need like the other staffs, because you will eventually run out of ammo. You will eventually run out of the ammo, and you'll have to go scavenge for some more with the other ice staff, or with the other fully upgraded staffs. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I can get a double tap here. That'd be really nice. What's that? Oh, dead shot daiquiri. Yes. I love auto aim to the head on PC. It doesn't have auto aim. Neat. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm still a little bit new to making content here with this stuff. You all let me know what I should do, but let's get a couple of rounds in here, show just how effective this really is, without dying like an idiot. That would also be a good idea there. Ooh, an insta kill. Cool. Oh yeah, you can also melee with the staff. Forgot about that. Or we'll just shoot him. That works too. There we go, round 11. I believe there's like some sort of world record for like hitting round 50 in a certain amount of time. I think that takes like about an hour or so or something like that. I think it does. Can I get a good perk here? I'm looking for a double tap. I'm looking for a double tap. That's another electric cherry. We've talked about this. I don't need to, but I kind of want to just throw down a big one. Throw down a nice big one right about here. That'll last for a while. Kill everything. Nice. Ah, it's a double points. I don't need your points. I don't need those things. You know, if I actually have the golden hat there. Oh. Let's go ahead and throw down another ice. Got a max ammo here. If I get the golden hat, then I can actually just run underneath the robot's foot there and just have him kill an entire, you know, round of enemies. So, PhD flopper. I guess that's neat. Sure, why not? I'm really not too worried if I end up dying here.
Mighty wind has blown across this cursed
Oh wow, another maximum ammo. All right, take that moment to throw these down. Oh, there's a Panzer. That's okay, he's already dead. And this is why I like having the Boomhilda, is because of that Panzer. He just goes down in a couple of seconds. If you have a ray gun Mark II, he goes down even faster. I know, he died in a couple of seconds. He can die faster. And that's why I like having this pack-a-punch pistol. I may not use it too much on zombies, but against that guy, there we go. I know the like a pack-a-punched Mark II can pretty much kill him in one burst. One little 3-round burst is all you really need. I'll just save that. I'll just save that little nuke just sitting there. Can I get a double tap? What are you? Oh, that was you going away. That's what that was. Gotcha. We'll wait here until the last second. And kaboom.
A great thunder.
All right.
Our enemies.
I'm actually kind of curious, like how far I could end up going. I honestly never really went too crazy on trying to find like a big round. So I'm curious to do those one of these days. I've always wanted to try and go for like a record in zombies, although I don't think it would make adequate YouTube content, as that would probably take about 24 hours or something like that. I believe the record took like close to 28 hours of playtime.
Even in greater numbers.
I don't know if they were like efficient the whole way through. I'm pretty sure you're not. You know, you play for 28 hours, you're not going to be at maximum efficiency the entire time. That's for sure. But it's something I'm interested in. Maybe I could go for around 145. It's actually kind of curious, like, how long do you go? Like, if you actually got a world record, how long do you go for? Do you go until the game inevitably crashes? Because that's a thing in here. The game will just crash on you and just say, nope, you're done playing now. I know you're having a good run, but I don't think this should continue any further. There we go. Got the insta kill, so sure, why not? You know, if I wanted to be more efficient though, I should definitely like wait till they're all there first, then kind of run through them all. Ooh, kaboom. I'm never gonna find that double tap. I'm too lazy to go get it. And eventually, we could just have all the perks. If we really wanted to, we could just have all of them. Oh, I can still melee these guys. Huh? I can still just smack them in the face with the staff. You can also use this thing as like to revive people. Not much you can do. I don't think you can like shoot it down and eventually come back down. I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, it's not. It's totally not. But I know you can like snipe across the map with it if you're really... Oh! It stopped being a one-shot. If I got 1-inch punch, then it would continue being a one-shot. Maybe we'll get 1-inch punch next time around, or upgrade the other stats, or things like that. We'll see here. We'll keep this going for a little bit. We'll hit at least round 20. Let's I think that's something I might start doing. Just let's take the rounds to round 20. Let's do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're not taking it to round 20. Well, I guess that's it. But, I mean, that's just me not paying attention, but honestly, that could have just kept going on for forever until I got bored. So obviously a more serious place to take that on would be Tank Station. Much easier to run around there. I just didn't want to deal with the mud while making this commentary. It's something that requires a little bit more focus, but I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit a like and don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and I'll catch you all in the next one, everybody. Later.